Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the vintage items I've been getting lately. I've done a few videos like this in the past, but I just recently realized that the last time I did a clothing haul was about 8 months ago, and because of that there's a lot of stuff that I've gotten since then that I haven't made a video about, and since I'm pretty much not leaving the house at all still, I thought this would be a pretty good time to show you some of it. So the first item is this dress and shorts combo. It was around 60 bucks including alterations because this was originally like quite a bit bigger. So the seller said that they could do alterations themselves before shipping. So that's what I asked for. As you guys can see, it has pockets, which I always love. It also kind of has these buttons down the front, but it's one of those cases where the buttons are like completely fake and useless. It's just for the look of it. So you actually have a zipper down the back here, and I just think this is a pretty cute tunic type dress since it does have like a slit all the way up to here. The matching shorts are pretty high-waisted as usual. They are made of the exact same fabric and color, so they really match. Like, this might as well just be like a play suit, but a two-piece play suit, I guess, if that makes sense, because in terms of appearance, if you wear them both together, that's kind of exactly how it ends up looking. The dress is pretty comfortable and it still has a little bit of space around the waist for me, but the fabric is really unforgiving and not like stretchy at all. So the shorts actually, while they do fit, they are the kind of shorts that if I eat too much, I probably wouldn't be able to zip them up. As usual with 50s and 60s clothing, the zipper is on the side here. I really like the set overall, especially the fact that it's so easy to mix and match either of the two pieces. I think that's really cool. So that was the first piece, or I guess pieces of clothing. And next up, I want to show you guys two bathing suits that I also got a couple of months ago, I believe. Obviously, I'm not gonna be wearing them anytime too soon, but eventually. I mean, I do live really close to the seaside, so hopefully when this is all over, I'll actually use them for the first time. The blue bathing suit is by Maxine of Hollywood. It's a US size 10 at the time, and the purple bathing suit is by Perfection Fits by Roxanne. So this one says it's a cup size B and a size 14. So this is the blue bathing suit. As you guys can see, it's dark blue with little leaves that are a lighter blue color. I think it's really cute. I think both of these swimsuits actually are really flattering because they have ruching at the side, which I'm not sure how visible that is on camera, but I just think that it's really flattering and really comfortable. These bathing suits are like pretty stretchy. They're not baggy on me, but they also don't feel very like constricting. I don't feel like I'm being squeezed in. So I really like this one. So this bathing suit, even though unlike the first one it's just one solid color, I think is actually structurally more interesting to me because these straps, as you guys can see, like separate, so you kind of need to button up the straps, which I think is different. Like, I've never seen a bathing suit like this before, but as you guys can see, if I just button them up like this, the straps are actually a little bit too long on me, and this would just naturally very easily fall, which I actually think is really interesting because I already took this to someone who is a seamstress to shorten the straps because they were way too long on me. Like, they're still, if I just do them like this, they're still a little bit long, but before it was just completely like ridiculous. I don't know if this was made for someone a lot bigger or a lot taller, but I have found if I button them up sort of on the other side, I think that in terms of length, the straps right now for me are absolutely perfect. They're spot on. The bathing suit fits a lot better and I really like it. It has this like skirt effect kind of. I do kind of prefer this in terms of structure, and the fact that I can cross the straps like that I think is really cool. So now I'm gonna go into what is generally my favorite part of these videos, which are dresses. This is one of the dresses that I got recently and I absolutely love it. I think the cape detail is so cute. I love all the lace. There's also these little flowery shapes here, and the ruching. I think it's absolutely precious and adorable, and I love the color. I love all the little details. I think it's so cute. It goes all the way down to my feet, which I can't really get in the frame. Right now, I think it's one of my favorite dresses that I own, and that's saying something because I've got a lot of dresses. The only little thing is that I'm not sure if I should alter it or not, because it's actually slightly baggy around my waist, but it's really not that much, so I don't know if it's worth it to go from this to this. I'm probably just gonna leave it as it is, but I absolutely love it. I really hope that I get a lot more chances to wear it. As with most 60s dresses, it's just a zipper down the back, which unfortunately does sometimes get stuck, so I'll get there. So another dress that I got a while back was this blue and green toned flower dress, and as usual I had to have this dress altered a little bit because it was really baggy at the top. It's still slightly loose, but it doesn't look bad, I don't think. It's pretty long and it comes with a matching belt, which I always really appreciate. So this also had quite a few new holes punched into it. Overall, it's really cute. It's super flowery, even for me. It's super lightweight. It's also actually a little bit see-through, so I'm pretty sure you're supposed to wear a slip dress underneath it. But even so, I really like it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea because it is so insanely flowery. I have basically 2 fur coats, I guess, to show you guys, and somewhat of a disclaimer, I am vegetarian and these are actually the first fur items I've ever owned. I don't love the industry, I don't even like it, I don't support it whatsoever. This is just vintage stuff that I got as a gift from my dad, but I made sure to tell him that if he wanted to get me stuff like this, to make sure that it was secondhand. So he got both of these for me. I think it was for my birthday last year, if I'm not mistaken. They are vintage, they are secondhand, therefore I'm kind of okay with having them and using them. So I'm gonna try the biggest one first. This coat doesn't really have any sleeves, as you guys can see. It's more of a fur cape, and the way to close this I think is pretty interesting because it just has a little hook here and this chain. So the smallest size I can get it to is this one, which is not too bad. It's warm, I guess, but it's not as warm, I don't think, as a regular fur coat because, again, no sleeves, so you do kind of get a little bit of a breeze here. I've never owned, I don't think, a cape before, much less a fur cape. It's pretty soft, but I think that both fur coats, which I have owned a fair amount, I think for some reason I always feel like they're a little bit softer than actual fur coats. I don't know if that's just me though. But yeah, even though it doesn't have sleeves, it's still pretty damn warm, and definitely something I'm just planning on using during fall, maybe winter too. And the other fur item, because I don't think you can really call this a coat, scarf, shawl. I'm gonna blame this on the fact that English isn't my first language, even though I'm pretty fluent in it, but actually I don't think I'm sure what this would even be considered in Portuguese. So I immediately really like the style of this because it just reminds me a lot of old Hollywood. It reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, Grace Kelly, Elizabeth Taylor. I just feel like Hollywood starlets from the 50s especially, a lot of them would wear stuff like this, so I really like the style of it. And I found it really annoying to just kind of have to keep holding it all the time, so I just belted it in place somewhat. It's not that with the belt it doesn't move at all, because it still kind of does a little bit, but it definitely stays put a lot better than if you just don't have the belt and it's just on you. Again, fairly soft, not as soft as the cape, I don't think. And personally to me, it just doesn't feel as soft as faux fur coats. But I think it looks really, really cool. I just really like the style of this one a lot. And I also got this belt, I think from eBay. This belt is from the late 60s, early 70s. As usual, I had to make a couple more holes in it because it was just way too baggy on me. But I have also worn this belt quite a few times because it's just black with some white stitching all around, so it kind of goes with everything really. And it's also made of this kind of like velour type fabric, which I also really like. So that's all I'm gonna be showing you guys today from my usual sort of secondhand, vintage, whatever clothing hauls, because even though I have a lot more stuff to show you, I just don't want this to be an hour to 2 hours long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.